This week, I had the pleasure of interviewing Phil Komarny, Vice President of Innovation at one of the tech giants, Salesforce. Now, in this interview, we get into how to lean into your innovative side, how to think of success in the innovation field, and bringing innovation into your business. Enjoy this interview.
Oh, wow. Thanks for having me. My name is Phil Komarny. I'm the Vice President of Innovation at Salesforce, CRM company. I think maybe a lot of people have heard of it, but been in the education space for about 20 years as the CIO and a Chief Digital Officer, and also in the entrepreneurial or ed tech space as the Chief Executive Officer of a company called Robots and Pencils. So digital transformation at scale is what we were really into there, and learned a lot through that. But I think educational technology needs some really great design focused at it. So that's why I'm so passionate about this space as well.
VP of Innovation. So tell me, what does that look like on a day-to-day cycle? What does that role look like for someone interested in that role?
Yeah, there's a lot of people with the title innovation at Salesforce. I mean, we are a pretty innovative company. I work in a group that's called Market Strategy. So we're really focused at our really advanced customers are thinking about using our platform in different ways. So I'm really focused at emerging technologies like verifiable credentials, cryptography, blockchains, and what does that mean for our customers? So I get to work with leaders and technical leaders and business leads around how do we apply this tech and what does it mean for our business? Not tactically how we do the actual implementation. I've done that in my life too, but the really interesting part is strategically thinking about where we're going to, because I think we're really doing everybody a disservice talking about disruption, because disruption means like you throw a pebble in the lake and those ripples go out, but they eventually just go back to being calm. And we're always thinking about how do we innovate back, or how do we step change our way back to that really calm lake. That's not going to happen this time. There is no calm lake. What happened was disintermediation, not disruption. So when we're thinking about all these intermediaries in our world, and we're seeing it happen with digital technology, where we're taking certain middlemen out of these equations and making it way more equitable and way more scalable. So I think disruption is a bad word. I think disintermediation today is really what's happening. What we're seeing is people and businesses that are thinking differently right now have a huge opportunity, because the next big businesses and next big ideas come out of these type of disintermediation times. So this is a really special moment, I think, that we all have to be cognizant of.
In your opinion, how do you define success?
Wow. I think success to me is when value is delivered to everybody in the equation, not just to winner take most. I mean, we have to really look at tech now and digital tech, especially after COVID, because I still think COVID stands for catalyst of verifiable individual data, because it's made us more digital. You think everybody thought digital first last year, but how can we use these things to get back to these new ways to do business? It's going to take a bit, but I think that's definitely our new approach to coming back out of this pandemic.
About college students, undergrad, grad, as well as like entry-level employees. Maybe they're working in higher ed, maybe they're working in corporate or nonprofits or whatnot. And they're listening to you right now and they say, man, I'm motivated. This guy is speaking truth. This is connecting with me. I love the idea of future and being a change agent and kind of being on the tip of the spear. What advice would you give to that person, early on, driven individual that says, I want to be a VP of innovation for Bank of America or for Ameren? What advice would you give that person?
Wow, that's a great question. I think if somebody's really thinking about what their career is going to be, I think when you're young, like I'm 16 today, and I want to think about what I'm going to do in 25. I don't know if I could even define the role, because that's how fast things are changing. And that's real. That's real. It's not like just window dressing. That's really true. I think really getting comfortable being uncomfortable is really what I always tried to be. Like when I know that I'm uncomfortable and I don't understand something, that's where I feel my sweet spot, because I know I'm learning something. I think I think people get way too comfortable and they think that their college degree gives them comfort. It's totally the worst thing you could feel. If you think this is going to solve your life, it's not. You really got to be comfortable just completely learning and coming in with an open mind, like empty cup. I mean, open-minded, that's true. I mean, if you can get to that point, just be open-minded and really realize that the digital world is going to be a tool that you can use for yourself, not a tool that's used on you. So I think we're really going to see that, but people getting into that space where they're constantly learning through digital and being comfortable with this. It's going to be tomorrow, something new is going to come out and it's going to disrupt maybe something you do. It's going to happen constantly. It's been doing that for the last 5 years. Nobody really wants to talk about it, but next 10 is going to be crazy, just crazy changes. So don't think that what you've learned or what you think you're good at is going to get you through the next 10 years. It's not. It's going to be, that's going to get you enough to get to the next step and the next step. So just be motivated and just continuously learn. It's not over. I think graduation should be when you die, not when you get your degree. Like, seriously, let's call it what it is. We got to learn over a lifetime. It's not something we can, especially today.
Pre-purchasing a 30-second Super Bowl commercial. Okay.
Yep.
You get to put whatever you want in this 30-second Super Bowl commercial, the most viewed commercial. It's going to be on YouTube and get millions of views. What message are you saying? What feeling are you getting across in your 30-second Super Bowl commercial?
Something that's going to show people that there's a new way to be digital, and it doesn't have to be defined by platform companies. It has to be defined by the people that actually have the information. And we have ways to do that now. But I think the hardest part with that's a great question, Dustin, because I think trying to boil that down into a marketing message is way hard. And I've been trying to do it for like 6 years now. Like, what is that message that motivates everybody? I don't know if it's a message. I think it's an example. I think we have to not create a word, but show a model and show how people are inspired by that model. Not just learners, but the actual business and the faculty. Like, how do they operate differently? If we can create that, that's what I think should be in the Super Bowl ad. Some new way to see your future, like digitally. And everybody has an opportunity, not just if you live in a certain zip code.
Right. Phil, again, thank you so much for being on the show.